In this video, we're going to show you how to install the low beam bulb on your Ford F-150 located behind the headlamp assembly. Using a 22mm socket, we're going to go loosen and remove our lug nuts. Now that we have all of our lug nuts removed, we can grab that wheel, remove it, and set it aside. Now that the wheel removed, I want to go ahead and remove these three screws. There's one here, here, and up here. These are 7/32. I'm going to use my socket and my stubby 1/4-inch ratchet to loosen and remove these. I'm going to just continue doing this. Then over here we have a little plastic anchor here. I'm going to spin that counterclockwise. And then we'll go ahead and remove that whole button altogether right here. Now once we have those removed from the front portion of the liner, we're going to move a little bit further up. Now we're going to move to the center over here. We're going to use our trim tool. Pop this out. Now with our hardware removed, we want to go ahead and gain access behind this. That's why we're removing that hardware. As we pull this down, we need to dislodge the fender liner from the tabs on the fender itself. So you just kind of have to push this around and work this down and out. Now with the fender liner removed, you're going to locate the backside of your headlamp assembly, and the top one here, the top rubber cap, is going to be the low beam bulb. I want to go ahead and pull this rubber cap off. Now normally you can grab these little rubber tabs here and pop that right off, but ours is kind of stuck. So we're going to simply grab a pair of pliers, going to grab that and just kind of work this off, popping off that rubber cap like so. That's going to give us access to the bulb right on the inside. Now right here is the bulb assembly and is vertically positioned up and down. We want to go ahead and take this and turn it counterclockwise. Now it is keyed, meaning it can only go so far, and then once it gets to a certain point, you're going to kind of pull on that bulb, pulling it out toward you. There it is. There's your bulb. And on the back side is the connector. Right here. You want to pay attention to that. You're going to push down on this tab, separate this from the bulb, just like so. All right, so you're going to take your new bulb, and you want to be careful not to touch the glass on the unit itself. That can ruin the bulb itself. So if you need to, wear some rubber gloves when doing this process. Now there are tabs. There's 3 tabs. There's one here, one on the top. It is keyed, so there's 2 lower. The 2 lower tabs are smaller than the one on top, okay? And that's gonna match up to the notches on the inside of the headlamp assembly. We're gonna start by installing our harness. It's a lot easier to do it now. Simply line that up, push it on, and you're gonna feel it lock into place. Now installing the bulb, it's gonna go in, but it's gonna be tilted off, I'll say to roughly 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock position. You have to line up those tabs. There we go. You'll feel it drop into position. And then you're going to rotate that to the left. It's going to lock in back to its vertical position. Tuck that wire inside there. Install that little rubber cap. That is a seal. There it is, you'll feel it bottom out. All right, so this is installed. Let's go ahead and install our fender liner. Let's go ahead and tuck our fender liner back up into position. All right, we're back up into position. Now let's go ahead and install our hardware. And we're going to get our plastic button pressed in right here. Let's go ahead and move to the outer lip area. And we're going to get this one started right in here. I'm going to go ahead and zip this one down with my ratchet. Once that bottoms out, just stop. You don't have to over tighten that. Let's go ahead and continue to the other ones on the front. Now moving to the inboard front section here, we have the little plastic clip here or retainer. Insert the base. And once that base is in, go ahead and turn the locking dial. Just snug it gently. Now let's go ahead and start the other screws. We have one here, one just up above it. And we have the last one right up on the outer section right here. And then you guessed it, we're just going to go ahead and snug these down. All right, our fender liner is installed. Now at this point here, you can go ahead and install your wheel. Go ahead and grab that wheel, line it up. We'll go ahead and get our lug nut started. Once we get all these started on here, we'll go ahead and snug them down. And repeat the process for the driver's side.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.